on the Colgate Summer Comedy Hour, a young man whose humor was so well received that we prevailed upon him to favor us with a return engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Colgate people and the Colgate audience for being so nice to me on my last appearance. And by way of thanking you, I'd like to say that in show business these days, there's an awful lot of talk about the word humility. And I'd just like to say, after the way you've received me, I've never been so humiliated in my life. And, oh, I have a write-up of the last show that we did. I'd like to read it to you. I read this particular write-up because it's the nicest one I received. It starts off, it says, Bobby Van is terpsichoreal magic. Pearl Bailey is a showstopper. Jeff Chandler of movie and recording fame is top drawer. Jack Prince is delightful. Now it comes to my write-up. It says, now for young satirist, Jay Lawrence. Once in a great while, a youngster appears on the theatrical horizon gifted with timing, talent, and new material. This is not the youngster. Although the boy starts slowly, he quickly loses the audience. At first, he seems nervous, but after warming up to the spacious studio, he then appears petrified. Youngster has a tuxedo and will travel. Far. Just concluded a most successful engagement at the Copacabana in Samoa. Down at the bottom of the page, it's got a tip for me. It says, attention, Jay Lawrence, you look good walking on, you look good walking off. Try to fill in that middle. I don't really care, though, because it's only Walter Winchell. But, you know, I've been watching newsreel theaters all over the country in recent months, and I find that they're very educational. You know what the fellow says, ladies and gentlemen, Paramount News presents insignificant people in the news this week. We journey to the BBC in London, where we hear a shortwave broadcast from Sir Stafford Cripps. You ever hear those shortwave broadcasts from the other side of the world? Very important news. The world is eagerly waiting to hear. They usually sound something like, and today, from the House of Commons, the great Winston Churchill had a most momentous statement to tell the world when he said the times of people never find there with about the situation, although people don't quite realize those ones who know. But however, the people of Britain don't come forth. And the situation, he came sick. Dead, you know. England expects. That's why they call her the mother country. Now, to the NBC studios for the news with John Charles John. You know, they have a new type of announcer these days. They have a new type of announcer these days on television. They're very suave, almost to the point of being conceited. They usually start by saying, and what kind of a day has it been? And today the world suffered a catastrophe, the worst that's ever been known to mankind. But first, a word from our sponsor. Men, try fatigue cigarettes. They're not king size, they're not regular. They come in a lump. No other cigarette makes that statement. And here's the news. Comes word tonight from the United Nations Assembly that Russia has given the entire world 24 hours to get out. Here's another bulletin from the Kremlin. They claim tonight to have definite proof that Adam and Eve are Russian. And here's a communique from Munich. Hans Findorf has broken the world's underwater record by remaining beneath the surface for 7 hours and 21 minutes. Funeral services being held first. And here's our poem for tonight. They told him it couldn't be done. With a smile, he went right to it. He tackled the job they said couldn't be done, and by George, he couldn't do it. Now, to the English Channel, where a man emerges from the water after a 67th unsuccessful attempt to swim the channel. We bring him to you, the public, as he comes out of the water for his statement, Barracuda T. Smelt. I tried very hard to swim the English Channel, but I didn't make it. I don't want to give any excuses, but I got an excuse. I had too much grease on my body. I kept slipping out of the water. I swam. They gave me brandy. I swam more. They gave me more brandy, more brandy, more brandy. And then they pulled me out. I didn't make it, but I was the happiest man in the whole channel. I started out using the French crochet method of swimming. My head was completely submerged under the water at all times. I almost drowned. As last resort, I attempted the Australian crawl. About halfway across, the Australian made me crawl off. I had to swim by myself. I intend to make one more attempt on the channel. If I don't make it, I'm going back to my old job, brain surgery. I just want to thank everybody who sponsored me. I want to say the channel was 27 miles across. I swam 25 miles. I couldn't go any further. I was pooped. So I turned around and I swam back.